Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tinkering with Techtic. In this episode, I'm going to be going over how to make your very own P.A.L, and I don't mean friend. I mean a pneumatic arm launcher. So what this bad boy does is when you input a specific command into the keyboard, this servo then actuates, and then you get to fire your bullet. So without further ado, let's make ourselves a P.A.L.
First, we are going to cut a fill nozzle from this inner tube. Now we're going to take two pressure-rated PVC end caps and we're going to put the fill nozzle in one of them and epoxy it in place, and then we're going to thread in the push style pneumatic fitting and then epoxy that in place. Now, let's assemble our pressure vessel by PVC cementing these three parts together. Next, we're going to thread in two additional push-style pressure fittings into a solenoid, being mindful of the flow direction going from the pressure vessel out to the other side of the solenoid. Now, I cut out a bunch of sheet metal from an old cookie sheet, and I'm going to use that for my armature. But first, we're going to epoxy the rotational mechanism from a servo motor to one of the arms that we cut from the sheet metal. I bent all the parts to shape already. This first part will encase the foam dart. We're going to connect a pneumatic push fitting to it. Then we're going to put a little piece in there. That's where the bullet will go. Then we're going to grab this, which is going to be the part that goes around our arm, and we're going to duct tape a servo motor to it. I also bent some metal to hold it securely in place so that any torque applied to it doesn't cause it to rotate out. Next, we're going to bolt the other armature to the other side to keep the weight of the launcher piece balanced. Then we're just going to bolt it all together. First, we're going to connect one of the leads from the 12-volt battery supply to the relay. Then, let's connect one of the leads from the solenoid to the relay. Make sure to insert the leads into the DC relay configuration like I've shown in one of my previous videos. And then finally, we're going to tie the two remaining leads together from the solenoid and battery supply. Now, let's connect this yellow wire to GPIO 15. This will be used to control the servo. And we'll connect this gray wire to GPIO 14. This will be used to control the relay. Next, we're going to make a 3.3 volt and ground rail on our breadboard. Then we'll connect ground and VCC to the relay and insert ground and VCC for the servo that will connect in just a moment. Now let's connect the GPIO 14 lead to channel 1 on the relay, and finally connect the servo by matching the signal, ground, and voltage leads. Now, let's hot glue the mini keyboard to our arm launcher. And definitely do not forget to insert the pneumatic line into the back of the bulkhead fitting on the armature. This code is pretty straightforward. First, we're going to identify our output pins for the servo and relay control. Then we are going to enter a continuous while loop that is looking for a keyboard input. Once the user presses A, then enter, the servo will rotate 90 degrees, wait a second to ensure full actuation, then command the relay to open the solenoid and fire the bullet. Then it will return to its initial position and wait for another command. You can press Q to exit the loop and clean up your outputs. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like what you see, check out one of my other videos using the links on your screen. And if you would like to see more great content like this, make sure to like, subscribe, or even check out our Patreon in the link below.